always the best. That's dead or not. You just get dubbins. More dagger. Dagger, 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 dagger.
Good evening everyone, welcome to Lazy Mini Painting, and this was working right up until the point where I clicked go live and then the light stopped working. That's just great, innit? That's just perfect. I get it back from Graham and now the light stopped working. So first thing I've got to do is try and get the light back working. Good evening Buzzard, good evening. Now I know these lights do work because I had them working earlier. So I hope everyone's okay tonight. I'm currently trying to get this working again, because even though it was working earlier, it's not working now. There we go. Now I've got to try and get it to stick in place. Of course, because that'll be the easiest thing in the world to do, is to get a piece of wire and a little clip to stay in the place where it's supposed to. So before I do that, I'm going to plug my headphones in so we don't get too much feedback off anything. All the noise you are hearing is off the speakers, so the speakers are working perfectly fine. And I can't find that. There we go. Right, that's the headphones plugged back in, but you see, I'm having problems keeping this in the correct place. It's a little bit wiggly up here, you see. So Graham did a wonderful job. Graham did an absolutely wonderful job. Hey up Graham, I'm just trying to get this back in the position I had it in earlier, where it was all working. See? Because it does work, I've just got to get it in the right place. And I'm not quite sure how to get it in that right place right now. I mean, if I turn it up, it works quite well. Yes, warning, this. Yeah, I think it does. I think it needs a little bit more connection on the solder. I do have some solder left, a little bit of my own, so. But it does work, see? I've just got at the moment to kind of lift it a little bit. Now earlier I had a spare piece of wire and I had that kind of suspending it up. So I'm going to try that again. But I've got to run it through the speaker hole. And I can't tell if it's working or not unless I have it powered on. Where's your grippies? Where's my grippies now? Got some nice Yeah, a little bit of solder will probably fix it, but for the purposes of right now, I just want to get it working so I can see it flashing with the Christmas tree lights. Which I did manage to get it to do earlier doing this. See? Bit of architechnology. Thank you very much for those people in portrait mode. I am sorry I can't see you right at this moment in time because, well, my phone's running the music. Right, now I can put it back. See, this is the difficult part. I will be over to join you in portrait mode shortly. I just want to get this. In and where it's supposed to be. There we go, that should get it done. So when it starts again this time, there we go. And now we have the Orkney singer. And I'm tuning the barriers back. So this is how it's going on. Good evening, Ali. I'm just gonna see, now it's working. Now we can see it's working. I can stop it after this playthrough. I like this. Yeah, I know I need to move the chat on there. Thank you. Who have we got in there? Patrick, hello. Fargrim, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. So tonight, he's actually gluing a lot of things in place. Francois, good, welcome in, and Lucky. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming in. This working monstrosity of music that we have going right now is only working thanks to Graham. It arrived today. Louis, how you doing? Yep, it arrived today, and it was working perfectly fine, right up until the point where I decided I wanted to put it in the box, and then it all stopped working, and then I figured out there was a little bit, I must have knocked I must have knocked the connection, so at the moment it's kind of tied up with another wire, so it does work. Problem is I can't bring portrait up while I'm listening to the music because, well, it runs through. Oh no, I can put the music on and put portrait on, can't I think. Can I put the music and portrait on if I do it that other way around? I'm going to try doing something really, really stupid. And that really, really stupid thing is, I'm going to plug this into my PC. And I'm going to run the music through my PC. And then I can bring up the portrait mode and see everybody in portrait mode as well. How good is that? Turn my volume down first, otherwise I'm going to blare everyone with double volume of me, and nobody likes double volume of me. It's bad enough that you've got single volume of me. You can't see my hat properly, which is also good. Let's go find out where I am. There's lots of you chatting away, which is nice. Thank you very much. Just I can't see the people in portrait. Aha! There we go. Yeah, we got Louis, we got Patrick, we got Ali, and we got Fargrim all in portrait mode. Thank you very much, everybody. And anybody else who's in there as well, along with me and Sparkles, who are both in there at the moment, I believe. I've just dropped the snippy, clippy bits. That's not good. Right, where did I put that wire from a minute ago that I was using to run from PC to Music Center? Oh, don't see, this is a secret block wall. You can't see past this block wall. You're not supposed to. That's why I've got the block wall there. I've also got the camera attached to my light, which isn't the greatest idea in the world, but it's there. It's there now. Right, now we'll be extra careful when we're doing this because we've only just got the bloody lights back working again. And I've just punched the camera because it's so low down. I mean, it's really low down at this moment in time. So let's try not punching the camera again, shall we? I wouldn't necessarily say punch, but I definitely caught it with my hand. Right. Spin you round. And not that type of round. Because, well, I'll get copyrighted for that one. And then we want to plug that into there, get a really horrible sound, sorry. And then run that under there, over there, round there, through there, up there. Catch it with my finger because I'm an idiot. See, like that. Ah! All this just to get the music working. There we go. There we go. Now I can turn the Bluetooth off on my phone. Which I have already done. Excellent. I must have been smart for a second. Does happen occasionally, it does. So tonight, because I won't be doing anything this Thursday, I have people around. So I won't get a chance to actually do anything this Thursday. Oh no, that's supposed to go up that way, isn't it? Close enough. Close enough. And then we go to this. And we start this up again. Oh crap, that's loud. But yeah, that definitely works, doesn't it? Chaotic neutral, yeah, just pure chaos. So we do actually have quite a lot done. And I can turn it down manually. Oh, that is. So, yeah, you can see what my concept was now when I. That does sound awesome. Thank you very much, mate. Right. So that is how it's supposed to work. Which just show it does work. So that should be slow on off. Steady on. Oh no, that was steady on. That should now be off. Excellent. Now a little button press back here will stop the blue flashing behind it. And then that's it powered off for now. So tonight I need to glue these on properly. How you doing, man? How you doing? Who have we got in on? We now have Dead God Burke. Good evening. It is a level of chaotic beauty that I'm happy with. I'm definitely happy with. You see, orcs aren't evil. No, as Francois said, they'd just be chaotic neutral. If it was a D&D class, they are chaotic neutral. Which is something completely different to some of the others. So I've now got to figure out where I'm gluing all these lights on. Which means, Laz, you're going to have to move the camera. And turn the light up. Ah, my eyes! Yeah, not exactly the most effective way to do this, but hey ho, it's working. I'm not complaining right now. You don't want to see all that. We want to see all this. You was going to paint, but now you can't be asked. What is the dacker of noise? Well, in my case, it is all those vocals were me. So, dacker, 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 was all me. So, yeah. So, what is the sound of dacker? I am the sound of dacker. I've just got to sort my USB camera out. Hopefully it'll... Why are you saying my USB camera's not working now? Oh dear God, I'm having fun with all of my technology today, aren't I? Everything's just going all wrong. Everything's just not having a good time. Probably because I've got that many wires scattered around my desk right now. That is not activating my... For some reason, I don't have a camera. I don't have a face cam. No, I do not need a Slanesh stage. Those debauched little cretins can go stay where they are in the Isle of Terror. Don't like Slanesh. Don't like Slanesh. Yeah, but as Mini Laz has just said, face cam ain't working. So let's try again. Bye. Unplug. Settings. Change it over. No Slanesh stage. No Slanesh stage. I do not like Slanesh. As I said, debauched little cretins that they are. Yep. Can't listen to that and then why have I lost my camera? Oh, this is not good. I've managed to lose my face cam. No worries, Dead God. You have a nice lunch, mate. You have a nice lunch. There we go. Twisties give us an idea of how to get a thrill cult show if you wanted a bit of Slaneshi stage action. Let's try unplugging it from the actual PC itself. Plug it back in again. And try and figure out which wire out of all the wires that I've got around here is the one that's getting in the way of the camera. Which I believe in this case is actually the light source. Yeah, it is. It's the light source that's getting right in the way of the camera. And is knocking the USB out. I'm having a lot of technical issues tonight, people. Sorry about this. Wasn't intended. Was not planned. Well, of course it wasn't planned. Nobody plans for technical issues. I'm just glad that my microphone is actually working so I can still talk to you. And I can hopefully move that lead round out the way. Oh, come on. Work, please. We've got a PC camera, thank you. And now I've got to go check my devices. This is not how I should start a stream. So, in case anyone's late, welcome to Lazy Mini Painting. I'm Laz, who you can't see at the moment for some strange I don't know why. Bluetooth and devices. Cameras. USB. Alright, it's recognising both now. Good. But it's not recognising it on there. Is this going to work now? Yeah! Hello! I'm back. Haha, it worked. It worked. Right. So, lower this one down because I just realised it gets in the way of my face. So, as I said earlier, it's a case of finding out where the Christmas tree lights are going to get glued. Yes, I did say the G word is glued. It is glued. Con S-O-B. S-O-B. Con S-O-B. Did I play that last time? Sound of bad. What is... I'm going to have to go looking up Con S-O-B now, aren't I? Calm down, mate. It's 10 o'clock. You should be in bed. O-R-N-E-S-O-B? No. Corn Song? Blood for the Good Blood God by Johnny Young. Is that the one we're thinking of? About 4 minutes long. Well, don't have it turned on, do I? That's the problem with... Come on, let me skip. No. Ooh, that's nice. That works. Don't let the ADHD kick in. Too late! Too late! ADHD has been kicked in full bore all day long! Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I have to be careful. I have to be careful with copyrights. Seeing as this is a Warhammer 40k thing, I might get away with it. I mean, it's like a 4 minute song. Before your death will make you hide. Death is massive and just fast. I feel what you Ooh. This is a nice song. I can't assisted army. I can't assist. Do it. Do it. Blood for the blood god. It's not too good on the stereo mixing. It's not good on the stereo mix. I've got to say that much. It seems to bounce quite a bit between the two. Why can't I see Patrick? Why can't I see Patrick? Oh, you're going to nurglify some sisters. Nice. Right, is that Blood for the Blood God finished? Yes, it is. Okay. That's the music done for now. Yeah, when it comes to anything that's potentially copyrightable, I can't really do it. Because, well, they copyright it. And, alright, I'm not monetized at the moment, so it doesn't make too much of a difference if they claim the monetization side of it. They can have any money made off that video because there's no money made off it. What I can't let them do, though, is make me take the video down. I can't. I really need that not to happen. You back to Kickstarter, which could work as a proxy army for Korn, and now you need to find someone with resin printers willing to print it for me. Lucky, are you in the US or the UK? If you're in the UK, have a look at that place. Big blue sign. Use the code. It's a nice one. Oh, you're in Lithuania. All right, okay. Even if you are in Lithuania, go have a look at that place. He ships globally. There you go. Last 10 at discount. Well, what's Graham saying? He's an EU GPSR. He is EUG. Yeah, so he can ship to you. See, that's a lot better. Patrick, you've moved over from there. And hello, Jamie. Hello, Jamie. I can see you down here on my phone. Because, yeah. Things don't always work out the way I want it to. But how you doing, man? Welcome in, welcome in. We have, I believe, all the usual nutters. Pickle Boy. See, this is because you come in as Jamie and then sometimes as Pickle Boy, and then I don't know what you're in Discord as. So many different people, so many different names, and I can't keep up with any of yous. Yeah, because Korn doesn't do point scoring and objective taking. It's blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. We collect skulls, as many of them as we can, and if we get more skulls than you, then it doesn't matter what objective you get, we win. That's the way I see Korn. They win if they claim more skulls. This is how it happens. Right, so we need to get up here and we need to figure out where we're gluing certain things. Which means I need my extra thick glue, which I do have some thick glue. If I've not just knocked it all over the place moving this. Which you will see a big flash of red and yellow possibly walking past you in a moment. Yep, see that's spraying. Spraying does not help. No worries, no worries. If you would prefer to pay cash, that is fine. It's just with you asking, I knew someone who does it. He's sat right there at the moment in the chat. He's also available to contact in the Discord as well, which is handy, really. Aha, is that my thick glue? Yeah, that's my super thick glue. I mean, like, really, really thick. It's not even going to drip out of there. It's just going to take so long. And then we need to take these lights off and then actually glue them on into places where they're going to need to go. So we're going to start with turning it on so I can see which colour lights are going where. And we start with a blue light. Oh, happy days. Right, we need a shite brush. We need a proper shite brush. We need a shite brush. We need a crap one. We need one that we don't use, one that we won't use, one that's never going to get done again. I honestly don't know how much it would take to price up the 3D prints. I have no idea when it comes to it. So, if you're guessing around about the €100 mark, and that's your budget, then you work in it. Then you work in it. You work with your own budget. That's what I have to do, which is why I've not bought the rest of my Proxy £8 yet. Right, so I'm going to use a brush. And I'm going to use my extra thick super glue, even though it's not supposed to be extra thick, it's just old. And I'm going to try gluing these onto there into some place where it's going to that sequential slow glow, chasing flash, slow fade, twinkle flash, steady on there, belly lens, steady on. I've been going for 35 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. My entire time schedule has been thrown well out of reach for tonight. Good evening, Calm. How are you doing? Your models are down here next to me. Don't worry, they are nowhere near the big pile of glue that I'm about to use. So, a little bit of thick super glue dabbed around there. Do not put the gluey end of the brush down near the anything really. And then we take this around the back, because I would like to get some into some nice places that are relevant to them. So the blue one there next to the power supply. Now if I can get that to actually stick, that would be wonderful. As I said, this is like really, really thick glue at the moment. Of course, when I touch it, it falls off, and I grab the wrong wire. Oh, let's hold that in place. Yeah, Angrons are expensive, we know this. Angrons cost a bloody fortune. Why aren't you sticking? Why aren't you gluing? See, I really, really don't want to hot glue this because of where it is on the model. But plastic glue is obviously not going to work. You're just going to put your first 3 suits together. Nice, nice. Except for the one that I've got next to me, which is primed and ready-ish to go. See, why is that glue not gluing? See, just glue's not gluing. It's gluing to my bloody finger, I know that much, but it's not gluing to the model. Yeah, Cam's printing himself some models to keep. Obviously, any official GW models he has not printed, he has bought. Right, so why is that? See, it's gluing to my bloody fingers and sticking to my... It'll stick to my fingers, but it's not sticking to... Oh right, you talk about Graham. You know, Graham prints on a commission. You give him the model that you want printing. He prints it for you if it's legal and agreed to. And yeah, you got to talk to Graham about Graham's models. Why is the glue not gluing? I don't understand why the glue's not gluing. I just want you to go in there somewhere. Just somewhere around that power... Like there. There'll do fine. What? Something's deliberately... No, I'm not licking that because that's thick glue. I mean, I should because it's a really quick activator, but it is really thick glue. Calm, have you jumped over from one to t'other? Yeah, you have, haven't you? Right. Okay. Just so I can make. It's hard to keep track sometimes when somebody's talking on portrait and then someone's talking on horizontal and. I don't want the heat reaction for the baking powder. The human activator is probably the better option, in fairness. It's just difficult in this sense. Because, well, of where it is. See, now it's moving again. So I need that one to come round through there, and I want it to be shining through there ideally, but I might be better off putting it there. Yeah, that's not too bad. And then we get a green one coming up through. It's gonna double over and loop back because it is that dang long. See, the natural human activator is great for when you've got two models or two bits of a model that you can get to easily. In this case, not see, because as soon as I let it go, it just all goes vroom. And that's me using the easy end to do it with. The easy end. So this is to get... God, the brush is sticking to my finger now. Right. Alright, no, you're coming off. You're coming off because you've not glued on. Have you glued down? Yeah, you're glued down. You're glued down. You're glued down. Obviously, the band is never glued down, so I can move it and get access to it should I ever need to. Including the finger. Where's that blue light? Oh, where blue light's coming from behind, and also the flashing bit. Remember, I've got to remember how many lights I've got on this thing. Some of the lights actually do stuff. Well, one of the lights actually do stuff, which is the Bluetooth connection. So yes, this is Bluetooth. It's currently connected to my PC though. Right. If I'm gonna spin it, I'm gonna spin it that way. Let's just stick that back there so nobody can see the absolute mess that's behind my desk. I mean, there's a mess all over my desk, but if I can position things right, you don't get to see most of it. Go back over there, you. Some of you are probably looking going, wow, is that your PC? That's ancient. Yes, that is my PC, and yes, it is ancient. But it streams on YouTube, and I can play my games, and it does most of the stuff that I would like it to do. Not quite everything. There are a few things I would like it to do that it doesn't do. But we can try. We can try. Right. I am going to use Cam's suggestion here, and that was a light in my mouth. I say Cam's suggestion, I'm the one who told him about it the other day. That super glue was used for gluing people together. So that's why it sticks to human stuff usually relatively bloody quick. It sets damn near instantly. Or usually it does. And we get a little bit of... Where was this one supposed to go again? Oh yeah, this one was supposed to go in here, wasn't it? Well, this is actually quite a messy part of this because it's super glue that I'm using and it's not exactly the best and easiest thing to do on something that doesn't want to be glued and wishes to move a lot. It doesn't help when you drop your brush on the floor either. Picks up all kinds of shit. Yeah. Mine just has issues. It doesn't matter what I do it on, it just has issues. Remove that stringy piece of glue. See, what I might do is link it over and I might put some in the backs of like guns and stuff if at all possible. And if I can at least get something close to the right colours. So that one's to go into there. Problem is I have to follow the blue, red, green, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow, blue, red, green, yellow, because that's what order they're in. Makes all the more fun. Don't ask me what the jazz hands were for. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, they were there for the time being. And I've got to remove all stringy bits. And then put glue where I wish to glue that. Now the back support is currently not on because of the amount of times that I've had to take the actual speaker set and stuff out of the mount where out the slot where it's designed to go. So I'm going to have to eventually put the back support back on. Cam, I believe you're being summoned in the portrait chat in this case. I think Ali's asking you, how's you doing, Chuck? How's you doing? Ali's not Scouse, by the way. It's just me doing that accent. I want at least one light in an eye. So I think it's going to be a yellow one. Say that again, I didn't hear you. Ali said hello, how you doing? How you doing, you know? You know what I'm saying? How you doing? Yeah, Sparkles is giving me some of the dodgiest look. Did I get a cat email? Yes, I got a cat email telling me that all the 75mm cats are now up for ready. On Rogues Den Hobbies website, if you like your pussies nice, it's got them grey to ready to be painted, then go and get them twice. There's a 10% discount last 10 if you use it at checkout. So go and get your pussies before they all sell out. And I don't mean anything... First time I've ever done a newsletter. No, I got it. Yeah. Song might not have been the best thing for me to sing to it because it's cats, people, not what some of you might have thought. Thinking, hey, NSFW, woo! No. No. Ali, if you're in... Cam's responded in horizontal mode, and you're in portrait mode, which has no chat box on it at all for you to respond to. He's kind like that. He's very kind like that. Them purple dice, by the way, Graham, I like them. Up to you whether you put them up for sale. Right. I'm all good. Shish. Right. Can I get this one to come through near where the plasmas are? Oh, blue light here. I see Ali's smart enough to come over to the correct one, Karma. Ali's smart enough to get over to the correct one. And then that leaves me with a red one to come in. Now, do I try and feed the red one around here for a melter? Or for a bolter? And then that leaves me a green for a power supply? I think it does. I think we try that. So, we get the glue. I mean, as I said, this is like ridiculously thick glue. So, you can probably guess a rough age of it now, which is too old. Paint it up in there with my old GW brush, and then get that to stick there. Thank you very much, Lee. And then I want to paint some up in here. Because the back support's not on it at the moment, it is really floppy and flimsy. So I have to be pretty dang careful at the minute. Because, well, there's the back support. Only 29. Ooh, and then for the 75 mils. That's not bad. I'm glad you're typing it in there and not in the portrait mode, because
like, what's this about cats?
Yeah, you can't read it in the portrait mode because I've took the chat away, so you can't see what Graham types. I can, you can't. Some people may think, that's cruel, lads. You should let Sparkles have a look at that. And I probably should. But she's the one who complains to me about buying models. Oh, the purple dice. Oh, the purple dice at 30 quid. What, for the full set? That's nice. Ooh. Where did I see the picture? I believe the picture was on Rogues Den Hobbies. Was it under general chat?
It's in yours now.
Is it in mine now? Finished models, it's in mine. Okie dokie. Now, just in case I don't do this justice, these are a very nice dark purple. Can I get that to... There we go. So look at that purple. That is a nice purple, is that? That is a very nice purple. Full set D&D dice. With the Rogues Den Hobbies logo, obviously, being the 20, the 6. Basically the high number for the dice. There's a lot of dwarves there in the background. But those are some pretty dice. So it's £10.99 or 20 quid for a pair of cats. See, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. I like that price tag. But I just realised you've stopped me from gluing my green on. Get rid of the stringy bits. Get a nice layer of glue on a bit that's not too noticeable. And then get the green in there. Come on. dick, you fucker. I've seen the models, and they are, you are right, they are super smooth. Very clean prints. Although I've got to say, all your prints are clean, Graham. So I'm not the way I'm saying it just about the cats. All your prints are pretty damn clean, in fairness. See, I've only bought from 2 3D printing places. One of them has gone out of business because they were shit. Well, they weren't shit. The models that I got were okay. The bases, fucking awful. However, the ones that I got from Graham, not only were the models fucking great, and come with extra pieces, and loads of other stuff. But the bases were good as well. Proper bases, not none of this half-hearted crap. What? Petrichor. What's Petrichor? And Longinus. Hello. Welcome, Atlanta. You are allowed in Atlanta because we have lots and lots of many Americans, as well as some very sarcastic British people, myself included. But yeah, you're welcome in. How are you doing? Are you a hobbyist also? Are you just generally walking and finding yourself in here? Just wandered in and thought, what the is going on? In which case, I'm gluing lights onto one of my latest diorama attempt. But this one has sound effects and lights. I'll say sound effects. I can put whatever noise I want through it because it's got speakers and Bluetooth. Good night, Ali. You have a nice night. Thank you for calling in, and Cam at least now knows that he's semi in charge. Well, at least where certain areas are concerned anyway, because Sparkles has got the portrait mode down and covered, and Cam now has the horizontal covered. Now remember, everyone, if we get a troll or anyone who wants to be a smart ass, it is chat's job to make them feel that big before the moderators get to boot them. So it is a race. But it's also a bit of fun that we get to have while we're on here. Yes, Longest is on landscape mode, but in fairness, I'm not sure if you get a better view from landscape or portrait in this particular situation. I think they're both about the same. You get to see this, probably the messiest desk you've ever seen in your life. Calm, you're a mod. Look, you come up in blue. Only moderators coming up in blue. Speaking of which, Mick T has been kicked off a lot of social medias and a lot of his stuff recently. So if you are looking to get hold of him for any reason, then my Discord's probably the best place at this moment in time. Believe it or not. Right, so I want that blue one to go in there. Well, that's got a nice little hook on it, actually. So we smear the nice big thick super glue all over the place that we think we're going to get this thing in. And then realise that we've just pulled the yellow one off. And now try and push the blue one in there. And hold the yellow one back up here. Yeah, if you want bells and whistles, the price goes up. It's like I paid more for my bear than what the bear is on the website, but my bear's also bigger. Didn't realize how much bigger until afterwards, which is why it was a very, very odd pricing scale. Have I got hot glue? It would clumsy, but that means I've got to go find my hot glue gun, and I don't know where that is, and I don't wish to go find it now, especially with the amount of issues I've been having with tech today. I've been having a lot of tech issues today, and I don't want to add another thing to plug into it just to fuck it up all on me. That's not to necessarily say that I might actually go get a drill in a second, so take what I've just said with a slight pinch of salt. So, right, so as long as you're not burning sofas, then resin print is safer. Nice. But if you're burning sofas, then they're going to gas you out. We learn something new every day, don't we? So I've got to loop these back round now, because obviously I've still got extras that are going to go back round this way. So there's going to be a blue and red one there. There's going to be a green one coming up through here somewhere. And then there's going to be another blue one up there. And then it's got red, green, yellow, blue. Yeah. Red, green, yellow, right. Okay. I've got an idea of where they can go now. That green one's staying in pretty snug though up in here. Let's just push it in a little bit further to make sure it does stay. And then we want a blue one. See if I can get the blue to come round the plasmas, but I'm not going to be able to get the red to double back, am I? If I can get the red to double back into his eye. Come on, just go in there and stay for a second. And I can glue the green onto there. The yellow down there. And another blue there. Right, so I want a green, a yellow, and a blue. It's slowly coming together. Nice. So we can get rid of all our sofas and fill our living room with 3D printers, and it'll be safer for us. Less fumes. Graham, agree with me so I can get a 3D printer, please. And I'm guessing everybody heard that deep. Which was Sparkles going, you're not getting a 3D printer. But nowhere to put it. You tried getting one, and you still couldn't find anywhere to put it. And you made an effort for that as well, which was, well, for me, is a fair bit. Yeah, see, That's not supposed to help me, but Sparkles will at least like you for saying that. Apparently 3D printers are too dangerous for me.
Good.
I just cheered her up. I mean, come on. I'm barely allowed soup glue when I'm supervised. See, it was an FDM one that I had. I got given it off of my brother-in-law. So I did have an FDM briefly. It was barely functional, but kind of functional. I mean, it just about worked, but yeah. It wasn't a very good one to begin with, let's say that. I was never going to get any good level of detail out of it. But it would have been fine for stuff like just buildings, just general scenery. It would have been perfectly fine for. So let's get these lights glued on, and then we can turn it round and see how they look. As I said, it's not going to be a particularly long one tonight because I've got to be up in the morning, and in all fairness, I'm not feeling that great. But I'm still got to do stuff, and I'm doing this tonight because I won't be streaming on Thursday. So no corn this week. Well, no painting blood berserkers anyway. 3 lights left to go. So that means we can turn it back round again now. Right, and there is absolutely no reason for this to actually be even. If that's what... Turn the Bluetooth off. Right, so now we have to move this, because otherwise it's going to be dragging the lights off all in the wrong direction. Now I'd like the green and the blue to both go with the power supply. Ooh, now that would be an interesting one down there near the bullet hole. I just don't think I'm going to be able to get it to stay there. But I mean, layer lines can be getting rid of easy. You can either fill them in with filler, you can sand them down, you can aerosol and lighter the outside of it just to smooth it off. I've seen various different ways that people have smoothed off FDM prints. The print of Ali that I'm due to get, the Leprechaun Ali, which Dorito is supposed to be sending me over from California, along with a lot of other stuff. Yeah, supports aren't great either. Now I don't know if this is a generic 3D printer thing, generic FDM thing, or whether it was just the one that was used. But there was also something that secreted. Is that probably the best words I can use? It secreted something after about 2 months of being done, and it wasn't even like I didn't prime it, because I did. I primed it all. Like, as soon as it got printed, I sanded it, I primed it, I got it all ready. And it was working. And it looked like it was supposed to. But whatever happened, and it started, secreting something. I'm not sure entirely what it was. Not happy about it, obviously. Because I had to give it a damn good scrub with detergent. And it was only a proxy impulsor. A proxy impulsor, sorry. Not a poxy impulsor. Impulsors are alright. I've never actually tried finding a specific artist. Yeah, there's going to be loads to learn in there, Cam. Loads to learn in Blender. You're essentially using a 3D sculpting tool now. And, well, if you remember last time when we were doing ships for Freelancer, it's all that shit again. And although I did it years and years and years ago, probably coming close to 20 now that I think about it. It was a pain in the ass then. Warriors was nothing, but the Norns did a lot of post. In fairness, even if you'd have bought Norns from GW, there was a lot of cleanup. Even the proxy boogs that Karma's got, he sent me to base coat, and I had to do a bit of cleanup on them as well. Tut, Karm, you left some supports on. Yeah, exactly. Freelancer. We're going back a while there. But we were sculpting ships for it, as you well know. No, you didn't. I had to sit there and clip a load of little bits out of really annoying little places. Did not enjoy it. Did not enjoy it one bit. Right, so now we have these lights, which luckily these ones can be done off a quick button press. Oh, it's an iPad only app. Eee. We've got a reasonable selection of lights going off over both sides when it switches over. Obviously, some areas go dark, some areas go bright. That's looking good. The thing is, I need to find a mounting for this now as well. Now, it does have a little hook on it. A little hook thing there, but that's not going to be able to do jack diddly squat to this, so we shan't be doing that. Screw the lid back onto my decent thick glue. Move the paintbrush out of the way because it is now absolutely battered. It's now absolutely hammered. I don't know what's going on with that. Ooh. I'm getting through this a lot quicker than I thought I would, which is not a bad thing. Now, I do have one more Gretchen to glue on. The other three are already glued on. You've got one up here, you've got one here, you've got one down at the bottom, which is the the Sam Raider one. He's down at the bottom with his little knife. No, not knife. He's got a grenade on it. He's got a big old grenade that's as big as he is. Now, let's just put some glue on the bottom of his feet. And then he goes on there as well. There we go. So we have 5 Gretchens scattered across this now. Gluing these down. Do I want to glue these down now? It'll probably be a better idea, but I think I should use the thinner glue. Should I use the thinner glue? No, I should use a thicker glue and just smear it on. I'll take the top back off. Get my Citadel base brush. Give it a wiggle around in the bottom of the pot. And we want to apply a nice section of glue all across, well, at least the places where it's going to make the best connection. And I'm not having to, I don't have to add too much activator to this because it's just going to go onto there. No, onto there, sorry. Let's move it back a bit so it can. There we go. And now for the yellow one. Yes, the red one goes on the yellow side and the yellow one goes on the red side, just in case anyone's going, Laz, you got them the wrong way around. No, it didn't. The red one's supposed to go on the yellow side and the yellow one's supposed to go on the red side. Because they are orcs. They don't do... The fact that they've managed to get the stage split directly in half is about as close to design and stuff that they do. So, in this case, the yellow one goes on the red side. Okay. Now, just for the sake of making sure I've not screwed it up again, before I glue this piece back in, which is the back support to stop this from going boingy, 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 and kind of raises it forward a bit, I'm going to have to retest it. And find where this is going to have to go. I'm pretty sure I left room for it somewhere. I just can't remember where. Was it here along this side? I think it was, you know. See, I can't do it too much because I've got to be able to take it apart still to replace batteries. And it is quite a chunky piece. So it is going to have to be a partial place for it to go. Which there will do for now. And we go back to the copyright free music that I have available because, well, copyright free music is music that I'll Oh, well, that was an interesting little message that I got there then. That was a very interesting little message. I'd be quite interested to hear how that goes, to be quite honest. Turn window capture off because I just went looking through a load of crap that I didn't mean to. Turn power back on. Take the glue off my jumper, please. Screw the lid back on, that helps. And put it back up there out of the way. And then we go, no. And we put that on and let's find out if this is going to work. Yeah, that works. That definitely works.
He's always the best. They are not. You just get the garbage. More Daka. Daka, 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 Daka. Whoa. Whoa. Go get 'em, boys. Get cracking, boys. Cracking. Go get 'em, boys. Get cracking, boys.
Yeah, that's still working. That is definitely still working. I'm a bit chuffed, to be quite honest. It's taken a lot. It's done a lot quicker than what I thought it was going to be. I mean, you can't see the full top there because of how I've got it, because I'm an idiot. But if that's working like that, I can now try and glue this back in place, which is the support for, as I said, the support for this to stop it being as floppy and flimsy. Which means back to being extra careful and spinning it around again. Because some of the bits are a bit of a tighter squeeze than I would like. Namely the 3.5mm jack that goes in the back. It's a bit of a tight squeeze. But having the nice thick glue means it's easier to apply what I've just knocked off. Oh, you absolute moron. You don't even know what you've just knocked something off and you don't even know what you've knocked off. That's how much shite I've got on my desk. You know when you've got that much shite on your desk, because when you knock something off and you don't know what it is that you've knocked off, it's time to get it cleared up properly, isn't it? Right, it's getting 11 o'clock now, so I might only be able to get one more test run. Well, I say test run. Once I get this back support on, I'll run the closing credits, which I have not give back to Twisted yet, to update with everybody like Louis and people. See, that's better now. Doesn't move quite as much. Still got to get a bit of a brush underneath that bit as well to glue that down so it stays on where it's working. And it doesn't flop too much. So in this case I'm applying it to the back of the Meccano set bit. That's running right up the back. Let me try and make sure that we get a nice coat, a nice sticky bit down there. Awesome. All the wires are running behind, which is nice, which is what we want to do. And it's all going well. It's all going well. So if anyone wants to start panicking now, I don't bloody blame you. I really don't blame you, because I'm going to start panicking in a minute, because this doesn't go right for me that often. So So we get the big piece back. We move some of the things out of the way that we need to move out of the way. Spin this all the way back around. Back round. Spin it all back round. Then we're going to put the big grey piece at the back. I'm going to put the two black ones at the side. I'm going to set the song going again. What was that? Ah, you son of a... That was Cam's Crisis Commander. I just need to glue his torso back on. And his arm. Because he's just dropped about 4 fucking times. Off a 1 inch... I mean, literally, he's just fell that far. Like, out of far and just went... Doo-doo-doo. I put it right near the floor so it couldn't fall. So it falls. Right, now I'm going to feed this round the back. Look, it'll still be in just as good a condition, if not better, by the time you get it back. If anything, it means I can make sure I get in all the nooks and crannies now. And I said nooks and crannies, not some other things that people might have thought I said in that small section of wordage. So now we push that as far back as we can get it. Square up this. No kitty. No kitty. No kitty. And then we get a 1, 2, 3 block. We put that behind there. We get this. And we clip it onto the end of the light. And we move it into a better position. Which means, actually, no, while it's off there, I can move my microphone. I can lift my light up. And then get it slightly more. The things you have to do for camera angles, eh? There we go. And then we get the other black sheet, which only people on portrait can see. If you are on horizontal, this will make absolutely no difference to your viewing pleasure at the moment. But it can only go in, if I put it that way, is it going to block the camera? Oh no, that is such a snug fit right there. That is so snug a fit that I can actually do that now. See? There we go. So, as I said, I didn't have, I said it was going to be a quick one tonight. I'm not feeling well. I have to be up in the morning. However, this overall project has just taken a huge leap forward. A huge leap forward. So I will thank you all for coming. Please drive safely. Have a wonderful Monday. Enjoy the rest of the week. I will not be seeing you now till next Monday. So thank you for coming in. And if you've liked what you've seen, if you've been here and not been here before, and you want to come back and see it again, please hit the subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment afterwards if you're watching this in the future. But thank you for coming anyway, drive safely, and I will see you on Monday.
Stop him.